are in Italy. And we've spent the day hopping along the Ligurian coast on tourist boats. This is our last port of call before we head back to Santa Margherita. Much as I've got the urge to head straight inland to check out the local habitat, first, we can't resist cooling off in the sea. And it's a good chance to use the GoPro to film underwater. Now I have to admit, I'm no expert when it comes to Mediterranean fish species. I think these may be common two-banded sea breams. As for the others, I'm not even going to try to identify them. And it wasn't just fish we found while swimming in the sea. Bella got her hands on some treasure.
I found 10 cents.
How far do you have to dive for that?
About twice the length of it.
Heading inland, we join a popular hiking path.
Yeah.
And I've read online reports of snakes in this area, so of course I'll be keeping my eyes open. But it wasn't to be. The only reptiles we saw were about 1,000 wall lizards, and that's actually not much of an exaggeration.
I spotted them.
Here we go, ready?
They're kind of red.
Reaching an area that's clearly a stream in wetter weather, we decide to flip a few rocks and logs, but the only creatures we find are millipedes. That said, they're a whole lot bigger and more impressive than the ones we find back home in the UK. We also had a brief sighting of a butterfly that I haven't seen for years, a southern white admiral. Now, much as I'd like to stay and explore more, if we're not on that boat, we'll have a monster walk home. And after a long day out, I don't fancy a mega hike on an unforgiving trail. But we will return to check out this area a whole lot more thoroughly.
Howdy, y'all.
Returning a few days later,
Let's go up the mountain.
Bella and myself left the others behind. Enjoy the beach. And made a beeline for the dried up stream. Only to find that it wasn't an option. Boo-hoo. A storm the night before had caused a landslide on the coastal path, leaving it closed. With all hope of seeing snakes gone, we decide to explore in the opposite direction, which is completely different habitat. Dry, rocky, and very steep. Heading up this path, we've no idea what we might find, but one thing's guaranteed for sure. Impressive views.
We're pretty high up. Let's go underneath you, Bella.
On that rock.
By this point, it was way too hot, so we decided to turn back.
That looks like a cicada exoskeleton. Cool.
Yeah.
And as we set off downhill, Bella spotted something pretty special.
She's down. Up there.
A two-tailed pasha. This is a new species for both of us, and it was well worth climbing all the way up here just to spot this.
It's landed.
So while we might not have seen any snakes, I'm more than happy to find one of the coolest butterflies I've ever seen in the wild.
See where that wooden bit goes up? Almost the way that points, a little bit to the left, it's there. on the ground.
All we have to do now is make our way back down to the beach.